Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you are new, my name is Emily WK. If you are a returning subscriber, I see ya, I appreciate ya. Gang. So today we're going to make another simple recipe. We are going to make chicken dry fry. What you need for chicken dry fry is chicken. Here's the chicken. This is a whole chicken. You need capsicum, bell peppers, and you also need onions. You don't say onions, you say onions. You also need cilantro, aka dhania. So what you need to do next is marinate your chicken in all the spices that you can see here. So let's do that. So to marinate the chicken, you need dark soy sauce, like a tablespoon, but I'm eyeballing. Trust me, I know what I need to use in a full chicken. So I'm just going to add that. The next thing you need is oregano. So guys, these spices that I'm going to use can easily be found in the supermarket. So that's like half a teaspoon. You also need rosemary. You don't need too much of rosemary, just a little bit. You put in there. You also need garlic and ginger. I prepared this just before filming, so I'm just going to add in here. This is like 3 cloves of garlic and a thumb size of ginger. We don't measure garlic, honey. Since we don't measure garlic, we will add more garlic powder, like a tablespoon of garlic. We'll also add a black pepper, half a teaspoon. You also need to put salt. This is garlic salt. Like I say, you can never have too much garlic. You also need chicken masala. This is chicken masala. Yeah. You also need chicken masala. Chicken masala, you need like half a teaspoon still. You need beef and onion stew mix, but this is optional. This is hard to find at Carrefour. You may find it sometimes at Carrefour, but if you go to Chandarana, the AdLife one, you will always find it there. And this is one of the spices I swear by. So you add that too, like half a teaspoon. And then you also need chicken tikka. This is shalima. I don't know how you pronounce that. You also need like half a teaspoon. And last but nowhere near least, you need chicken curry, chicken cubes, not chicken curry, chicken cubes. You need just half. Like that. So that's all for the spices for marinating this. You can marinate it and put it in the fridge overnight, 2 hours. But since I don't have time, I'm just going to go in and bake it. I had started mixing, but I had forgotten you also need a 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. So I'm just going to add that as well. And then mix all these together. So mix all the spices together with the chicken. And just mix with a spoon first before I get dirty. So once I'm done mixing with a spoon, that's when now I go in. Guys, I may not be good at pastries, but this right here is my thing. Alright, so mix thoroughly until all the spices get in. So guys, once you're done mixing all the spices into the chicken, what you do next is preheat your oven for like 10 minutes. I'm going to now bake this chicken in 250 degrees for 20 minutes. So let me set that up. This is a non-stick baking tray. I wouldn't recommend it, but it does the work. So you spread that in here. sure all the spices get in there. Just add in a little bit of oil before you put it into the oven. It's good to go. So as my oven preheats, I'm just going to cut the cilantro. And then once the chicken is baking for 20 minutes, I'll now be cutting up the bell peppers and the onions together while the chicken bakes. So I'm just going to put the cilantro here. Cilantro ni dania. Okay, that's good to go. Then next up is the bell peppers. You just need half of that is enough. You don't need too much. Then I'm going to add the capsicum. That's enough. So guys, I'm going to cut these and then I'm going to cut the onions as my chicken bakes for 20 minutes. Stay with me, stay with me, stay with me, stay with me. We are headed somewhere. My oven is done preheating, so now I'm going to put the chicken in here. And remember, bake it for 250 degrees for 20 minutes. And make sure if your cooker has a fan on, use that function, the all-round heat with the fan on. While that gets ready, I'm now going to chop my bell peppers. Don't chop fine pieces, just middle size is okay, so that they don't cook easily, because you want a stir fry. Now that I'm done chopping the bell peppers, the next step is to chop onions. Next up is the onions. Make sure you don't cut your onions into very small fine pieces because they will overcook. Three medium-sized onions are enough for a whole chicken. As the chicken bakes, the next step is to fry the onions and the bell peppers. So I'm just going to fry using this pan. What you need to put in first is a royco cube. And then add a little bit of olive oil. Just a little bit, not too much. And just a little bit of garlic salt. And then fry these in low heat. So I'm now frying the royco cube and the olive oil together. This is just to give the onions and the bell peppers some taste. So now that my chicken is done, you can hear the alarm. I'm just going to remove it. So guys, as you can see, my chicken is done. It's edible as is, but usisahau hii ni dry fry. Also, you might need to put more than 20 minutes depending on your cooker. I just know my cooker is a bit fast, so 20 minutes was sufficient for me. So now let's fry everything all together. So guys, once your royco cube starts forming these lumps, it's perfect time to now put the onions. Remember, you don't want your onions to overcook. Once it's mixed together with the royco cube and the olive oil, you go ahead and add your capsicums. And then you add a little bit of soy sauce, like a teaspoon. I added soy sauce just for color, but mix them together. So it looks good already. I'm happy with the results. So mix together, mix together. Make sure it doesn't overcook. Once it's well mixed, you can increase the heat. So I'm using a medium high heat. Once unaona zimeiva kidogo, but not extremely cooked, you just put them aside in a plate and then you fry the chicken in this same pan for like another 5 minutes. So let me do that. I'm going to fry the chicken in the same pan that I'd fried the bell peppers and the onions in high heat. And let that cook for another 5 minutes in high heat. So the chicken has now cooked for 5 minutes. So the next step is to add your placed aside bell peppers and onions. Just like that. And then make sure you stir, give it a good stir. Let it cook for another 2 minutes in medium-high heat. And then garnish using dhania, aka cilantro. So that's it. My chicken dry fry is done. So now it's time for me to serve. So I use my casserole. Kuna kuacha anything hapa. Make sure you put in all your effort in your casserole. So once that is done, the next step is, I should have bought a jar for this, but I'm ghetto like that. So I have now garnished my chicken with sesame seeds, and this is the end results. As you can see, that was a quick and easy recipe, and this is how it turned out. I'm happy with the results. So it's time for me to dig in. So dig in. It is so good, you have no idea. This chicken is perfect, and that's on. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and I hope you now learn how to make chicken dry fry. I'll see you on my next video. Until then, stay safe, sanitize, and don't forget social distance. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.